Reborne took map number 1. So we'll see how that plays out here for these two teams.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how this works out. And it looks like we have teams swapping sides here. It looks like Reborn is going to be on the left side for now, and Necrodancers have moved to the right side. So it's going to be Necrodancers in the red shorts this time, and Reborn in the blue. So
I'll ask if they want to swap sides. Who knows?
I don't know if it was done on purpose or if. So I do like the. They are, in fact, I believe, going to switch back.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and yeah, it looks like Reborn going for the full Dortan icon bonus here. Sorry, apologies. Anyways, I'm really wondering. We're going to Infernal Shrines, by the way.
Yes.
And I have to assume we're going to see the same stitches and the same hammer band that we did before, right?
I mean, I think that's the smart thing to do. Whether or not they're going to end up doing it, who knows?
Yeah.
I think Reborn's just really shown that they want to be on the Sergeant Hammer. Necrodancers have obviously shown their prevalence on the stitches. So yeah, I'd say if I were these captains, especially with the third ban an option this week and going forward in competitive play, I think it makes sense to get rid of these type of heroes that teams specialize in.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially on this map, I think Hammer is also good on Infernal Shrines. And if they didn't want it in that first game, I can't see why they'd want it in any other game.
I mean, it's tough. I think Hammer is good in certain spots. Up against the Genji, I think she's fantastic because you just pop the shield and Genji literally can't kill you. So if Genji happens to get through, it's an option for these teams to look at. And it's pretty tough to get enough damage on top of Sergeant Hammer to make it worth the composition. Like, you're gonna dive on her and risk dying to just her auto attacks. Like, you really have to make sure you secure the kill on her, and that's why a lot of teams are starting to look at Sergeant Hammer as an option in their drafts.
Yeah. What I want to see coming out from Necrodancers here, I think they need to be more aggressive. Either they need to be more aggressive against Reborn, because Reborn simply out-tempoed them the entire map. They had the camp timings better. They were able to dictate positioning on the map, and then they were able to dictate the objective as well. So I'd like to see a comp that favors Necrodancers on those kinds of tempo plays, because I think otherwise Reborn is just going to, walk all over them again. So it looks like
there are those two bands.
Switch. Yeah, there's the two bands like we were talking about. And the teams have been switched, like we said before. So Reborn is, in fact, the one with the first pick. They do ban out the stitches, and it is the same, like you said, same stitches, hammer ban that we saw from the previous game. And is this Urel Genji? I imagine.
I don't see why it wouldn't be. So was it Urel banned by, and now I'm crisscross. So yeah, there it is. Okay, so that is the Reborn team banning out the Urel, and there's the Genji banned out by Necrodancers.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna double check here. Yeah. All right. So first pick for Reborn at the moment. Genji Urel banned out. Do they stick with the Rainer? I wouldn't be surprised to see an Alex Straza here. Well, now that Alex Straza is not picked, Blaze a good first pick, very non-committal, very good in this map, but I have to imagine that Necrodancers go for Alex Straza once again.
Yeah, Alex so strong. And Infernal Shrines, her best map, they're gonna pair it with Rainer.
Yeah.
So this is, I love these selections here.
Yeah. Rainer and Alex Straza and Blaze, again, the top three. So same 7 characters here at the top of this draft. Both teams really knowing each other and really knowing what's up. Necrodancers looking to get revenge here and bring the series to a tie. Deckard and Johanna immediately picked up, so they're not able to ban out the Deckard this time against the Alex Straza. So definitely look for Deckard to pick up that Emerald Gem. and deny Alexstrasza her healing.
Yeah, a ton of healing. And the thing is that abundance, it's so projected. You have so much time to make it happen. So Deckard Cain is a fantastic option, as now we see Jaina and Sonya being the bans here in the second ban phase.
Very interesting that they don't want to go for Jaina Raynor themselves. So don't like that particular combination for what their plan is for this map. And they denied Jaina on the side of Reborn as well.
You know, you
That
have
Jaina
your Alex.
hurt them. Unaverted was on fire last game. I mean, ironically.
Thrall and Diablo. Okay, so you're gonna get some slows from Lightning Breath, potentially some slows from Thrall as well with the Earthquake. Is this your solution? Do you like these two picks? What are your
Yeah, I
thoughts?
do. On this map, Diablo's a very strong tank right now. Diablo is very
Agreed.
meta at this point. Infernal Shrines is an excellent place for him. It's an excellent place for Lightning Breath. You do have Bunker to kind of deal with that Lightning Breath Earthquake issue. They go into the Tychus Maiev here, which makes that Jaina ban even better, in my opinion. But Maiev adding to the damage here. So Maiev Tychus could be real rough into this fight. Warden's Cage goes down, and I'm really interested to see the interplay if Thrall goes Earthquake and if Maiev does in fact go Warden's Cage. Gul'dan picked up. That to me definitely says Thrall is going to go Earthquake. Gul'dan can just sit there and get so much value if everybody's sit there stuck together. Raynor and Gul'dan, expect Dovarian to go the corrupted, echoed corruption talent to get a little bit more burst.
And Ghost, we saw Domovarian play Gul'dan yesterday up against Queen's Gambit, and he secured a lot of kills with his Horrify. Played it really well. Was waiting until just the perfect moment when enemies are starting to get really low, drops it down, and Queen's Gambit, they took a 2-0 up against them yesterday, and a lot of it had to do, especially in game number 2, as Tomb of the Spider Queen, had to do with the play from Domovarian on this Gul'dan. So expect to see him try to be the same playmaker he was yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Fear is going to be big into a Maiev and Tychus. Maiev throws down her ability. She goes in there. She's looking for resets, and a Horrify can just ruin all of that and just make Maiev really neuter her damage.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what direction they want to go with the Maiev, what the plan's gonna be. But nonetheless, we are here in game number 2. Reminder, the teams have switched sides as we are in a pause, so we will take another short break. I'm sure we're back on the caster cams for a moment here as we're sitting in this pause. So again, I want to talk about the Maiev for a moment. I'm not exactly sold on it. So you get the Warden's Cage. You follow up with the jet propulsion from Blaze and lock him in there. But is the damage from Maiev for getting her Q reset, is that enough to rip through some targets?
I think it's the Maiev Deckard synergy that they're really looking for.
Pull him in, lock him in with the Scroll of Sealing.
Yeah, Scroll of Sealing plus Warden's Cage is a very powerful tool. It keeps everybody in place for Maiev to get all of her resets. Tychus is going to be able to burn down Diablo really, really well. And also on Infernal Shrines, Odin gets so much value. Tychus is often underrated, I think. I mean, not in the pro scene, but I think Odin is an amazing tool on a push map like this. You're simply able to pop it, and it can siege, and it can anti-siege as well.
Right.
So I think that's really what the Tychus is all about. We are back into the game, and we're going to get going here on Infernal.
All right, so we are in the game. Welcome to game number 2. On the left-hand side, this time we have Reborne. It's Direk on the Johanna. Winterheart's going to be playing Tychus for you today. Valimar on Deckard Cain. Unaverted on the Maiev. And rounding it out, going to be playing some solo lane is Showtime on the Blaze.
And on the side of hell, we've got Necrodancers with physicals on Raynor, Quantum on Alex Straza, Huff Money playing Diablo, Azerial on the Thrall, and Domavarian playing Gul'dan. And as predicted, Gul'dan does in fact go for that Echo Corruption. So you've got Raynor for the sustain, you've got the burst coming out from the Gul'dan, Alex Straza going W build, the Circle of Life, which is going to enhance her abundance and also allow her to create regeneration globes, which is going to dovetail very well with the rest of her team.
And we talked about this yesterday. We saw, and was it the same player, Huff Money, playing the Diablo, taking this Feast on Fear at level 1 instead of Devil's Due? We'll see if Huff Money can make that work for him. Great escape there by Maiev, using the full kit to unaverted, using it to its full advantage there in a really tricky spot, and able to get away from what could have been first blood of this game here early on Infernal Shrines. Yeah,
excellent work there. Looks like we're going to have Thrall and Blaze back up here in the top lane. Blaze just, Thrall doing what Thrall does against Blaze here in this one. This is pretty much how this matchup goes, and as Thrall, you want to make sure that just avoid as much structure damage as possible in this lane.
So both teams trying to get their camps, and it looks like Necrodancers are able to capture that Khazra camp. What could have been invaded for a moment there by Reborne, but they got it just in time here at mid lane. We see Maiev trying to get some action in on Gul'dan, but Domavarian be able to push unaverted back for now. Both camps here are trying to be cleared up by their opponents, and really not too much going on. They're just focusing on playing the map to its optimal method, so to speak, and having that camp pushing right now, favoring Reborne is going to help, but I mean, it's all going to be soaked up. Both these teams are going to be sitting about even on XP. First Blood's really going to be the determining factor on who's going to get the advantage going into the first shrine.
Yeah, and Reborne, I think, once again, is dictating the pace of this game. Even with a Gul'dan and a Raynor, Reborne is pretty much out-rotating them as well. You see Maiev up here in the mid lane, getting to this wave early, and all 4 of the 4-man of Necrodancers are bottom. Looks like they are going to start going for this bottom Khazra camp. They will probably get it here. They've got 4 people on it, but Reborne gets started on their Bruiser camp. So it's going to be the bottom Khazra camp probably versus the top Bruisers. And we saw this a little bit yesterday from some teams. Some teams simply opt not to take that top Bruiser camp right away and instead focus on getting pressure bottom or getting onto the shrine immediately.
Ghost, take a look. Level 4 Tychus opting to go for In the Rhythm over the Bigger They Are. Do you think this is just because it's just a solo Diablo? Are you a fan at all since the last time we saw Tychus get reworked so long ago now? But I feel like a lot of teams are wanting to go with the Bigger They Are. Instead, we're going to see In the Rhythm here as the first shrine is spawned, and under assault is Winterheart. Getting locked in, though, are all the members of Necrodancers. A double kill picked up by Reborne there, as they have a lot of control here, but the Dragons pop Quantum, trying to regain some of the control for Necrodancers here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They're going to be able to back up, get a little bit of support from Deckard here, and walk right back in. And it's still going to be a moment for Diablo and Thrall to catch up.
Yeah, this
all the
camp
while
is
that
also
Java kept pushing.
Yeah, top camp pushing onto this fort. Born looking to push back onto this shrine. Everybody's back up from the side of Necrodancers. They're just now getting here, though. That engage was kind of rough. They didn't quite get the kill from Tychus. The follow-up wasn't completely there, and they're able to pull it back around with the Scroll of Sealing and Maiev. Looks like Reborne, though, getting very low. Diablo finds Tychus once again. Is the kill there? No. Raynor kind of pushes him away. Winterheart getting very low. However, the rest of Necrodancers going really low. That Shaman camp destroys the fort already. An amazing play here from Reborne. The Shaman camp and the Punisher grab for them here. A win, and Reborne immediately takes control of this game.
That really, the kills on Diablo and Thrall were all they needed, and they're just playing a patience game. And unfortunate for Necrodancers there is they didn't send a response to deal with the Shaman camp, so not only do they lose the Punisher, they lose a fort, and they're under assault here at mid now because his Punisher still has a bit of health, and they're walking forward, going to try to rip through the rest of the health bar on this fort. But look at this stuck out is Alex Straza, and snapping quickly was unaverted on that Maiev, making sure that she had no opportunity to escape. And what was just one fort has now turned into 2 forts destroyed for Reborne.
Yeah, Reborne firing on all cylinders here in this match, and they are not afraid of anything. Winterheart taking a ton of damage, and Valimar doing an amazing job keeping everybody up long enough, as well as getting the Scroll of Sealing down to CC everyone, allowing Maiev to just do her thing unaverted, supplying the necessary DPS, everybody working together as a team, and this is the result. It's going to be a very quick 10-8 game here on Infernal Shrines.
Yeah, so you're starting to see the Maiev looking for the Umbral Bind and the follow-up from Blaze with his Jet Propulsion, trying to lock things in, and that really sets up the Deckard Cain at that point. The CC chain, you can tell, is a practiced one here for Reborne, as they're executing it almost flawlessly on numerous occasions so far, and we'll see if they can continue that trend for the rest of the game. But so far, pretty impressive as they're working on this Khazra camp on the bottom side, pushing this level 10 advantage to the max. Expect to see some siege go down on this bottom fort.
Yeah, especially if Odin is available, you can use Odin to get yourself another fort and push your early game advantage. The Reborn definitely using the tools that they've picked up in their draft. Winterheart on the Tychus has a lot of push, so they've been pushing, and Maiev has such a strong early game here. They're using it in a big flank here from D-Rec. Oh, just the tip from Deckard Cain on that route allowed D-Rec to come in there from the flank and allowing an easy fort. Odin doesn't even have to be popped to grab this fort.
That flanking position from D-Rec was just sitting behind the wall waiting for the perfect opportunity. And yet again, it's Alex Straza falling to the hands of Reborn. And now that they have the map control, look at all the forts are already destroyed. They can walk freely through the enemy jungle and start working now on this fallen shaman camp on the top side, which is going to push. They still have this lead. It's a full 2-level lead. It's almost going to be 3, as level 12 is right around the corner. There it is. Reborn gets it, and they're working now on this top keep wall. It is getting shredded by Tychus as well as Maiev. And with the camp here now, the shaman joining them, the tower is going to fall, and Shrine activating. Huge advantage currently for Reborn.
Yeah, free, easy keep wall there for Reborn. It looks like they might be trying to find... No, okay. Sorry, the mini-map confused me for a second. They are, in fact, going for their own shaman camp while Blaze gets the extra soak mid. They're going to find themselves 13-10 as this shrine starts. Necrodancers trying to get as many of these skeletons as possible before the 13 talent tier is reached for Reborn.
Yeah, we'll see if Reborn wants to be a little patient, but they can't be too patient. Already at 10 skeletal defenders. Walking forward is Johanna. D-Rex there, has all the ults up, but there is a Hyperion from Raynor. Comboed with the fear from Domo Varian. They're going to get the first blood in that fight. Make it 2 as Maiev falls as well. Tychus and Maiev both dead. The dragon is popped as well. So this is what Necrodancers needed. Find a fight, and they found it right before 13s were picked up for Reborn, and they end up getting a Punisher out of it.
Yeah, Reborn gets a little bit too cocky, a little bit too comfortable in their lead. They jump in there ahead of their team down the 13 talent tier instead of waiting it out, and they get immediately blown up by the Wombo combo from Necrodancers. Excellently played by them, punishing them for stepping onto that shrine where they really were going to suffer a huge loss.
Yeah, they're not going to end up getting a fort, it looks like, as they're a little bit scared still down that talent tier. Members respawning. Instead, they're going to be looking for the XP around the map. Thrall's down the bottom side, and you see the 4-man rotation coming to mid to deal with that Khazra camp that was stolen away from their side of the map. You know, a little bit of patience now. They've shown that they have it in them to take a fight, and if they can replicate that, as mentioned, Domovarian, so good with the Horrifies, found one there. If they can continue to do that, Necrodancer still has a shot to come back in this map.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately for Necrodancers, they didn't get the top fort, so that XP is not going to be available to them. And Reborn really trying to push this 13 talent tier advantage, just trying to force the minion waves as far up as they can and really keep Necrodancers inside their base.
Yeah, being inside the base is tough. to deal with. And look, they're able to just rotate
Yep.
mid to bot. Now working on a tower here, setting up as you see the next Punisher Shrine will be spawning here in the bottom lane. And it's going to be a mortar shrine, so a lot of opportunity. Whoa, Lifebinder on Huff Money is going to stay alive for now. There's also an abundance at his feet. He's getting a little extra healing there. Huff Money now looking to find Blaze. There's the Horrify. Showtime's in trouble, but he's going to be able to get away. Lightning Breath going to potentially finish off Johanna, and it does. Huff Money picking up a big kill there, and that's Johanna down for 30 seconds. And Necrodancers, once again, showing signs of life, now picking up level 13.
Unaverted there, really trying to get as much min-max damage as possible. Goes out, throws out a Q, and teleports back immediately to safety. Very scary. Unaverted, just showing that they still aren't afraid of anything, even on this Maiev. But the Wombo combo, just all of the ults combined for Necrodancers is very, very scary. However, they're used up, and Reborne trying to push back up onto Necrodancers, even with only 3 people, to try and keep them away from these structures and keep them from getting all the structure XP that they need to catch up to 16 before the next shrine phase.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I was saying,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's so scary because once everyone pops their ult on the side of Necrodancers, you cannot get away. Blaze throws down the bunker, but then there's the Horrify. Everybody's stuck inside Thrall Earthquake. There's Lightning Breath. There's a Hyperion coming at you, and the whole time Gul'dan is sitting there doing damage. So that's worked out very well for Necrodancers so far. However, Reborn maintaining their early game lead and getting to 16 ahead of Necrodancers.
Yeah, and they're posturing in very aggressive positions. You saw them in the bottom lane. Now they're going to drop back a bit, pick up this siege camp as the shrine's about to activate. But keep an eye up top. There is a shaman camp up there for Necrodancers. If it isn't responded to by Blaze, it will push down that fort that they worked on earlier with the Punisher. And it looks like Blaze is just going to be able to, or just want to sit around here at mid, make sure no one's coming in that top entryway. But here comes shrine number 3 of the game, and charging in, Huff Money looking for a target. He was looking for Tychus on the backside. There's that Horrify, there's that Hyperion, but this time not doing nearly as much as it did in the first couple attempts. Lifebinder, but low health, it didn't get too much value there. Huff Money's in big trouble. All the members of Necrodancers falling low, and with that, Odin, they're gonna start picking up kills. That is all Winterheart. That's what he wants to do, is get on all those low health targets, and this is going to be a shrine picked up easily by Reborn.
Oh, that was so good from Reborn. They made a calculation. They made a change in strategy mid-game, or maybe this was the strategy the whole time, but they say, okay, you guys are going to pop all your ults. It's scary. We can't get away. Guess what? We don't want to get away. We're just going to murder you first. So they use their 16 advantage. Necrodancers think they can come in without having the 16 talent tier, but Reborn makes an excellent play, immediately starts going on there at full force. The Warden's cage comes down, everybody gets damage out, and the health bars disappear on the side of Necrodancers before they can do anything.
And super smart play here by Reborn to pick up those camps, as the Punisher is going to be pushing down this bottom lane. He'll be joined with the Khazra here in the bottom as well. So they have all the opportunity in the world. I believe this wall's already destroyed too. So they're going to be able to hop right in here, start working on getting this keep down.
Yeah, so it looks like a 5-man push here with the game. And they're pushing onto this keep here. The Scroll of Sealing goes out, traps 2 people. Huff Money trying to find a push onto the Maiev, getting chunked out completely. The bunker goes down. Hyperion is out. Huff Money is very low. Going down. The Alex Straza heal is there. The Punisher, John Cena, meanwhile, on Domovarian. Odin is back, available for Winterheart. John Cena pushing onto this keep. Everybody is back up to full on the side of Reborn. This is going to be an easy camp, and it is a tide of blue coming in at onto the map on the side of Reborn. Camps pushing top, mid, and bottom. That keep gone in the bottom. The Khazra camp being forced to be responded to mid. Alex Raz has to come clear the Shaman camp before it bursts down this keep. They may get a keep wall here, but instead they decide to back out. It is 18-16. They don't want to allow Necrodancers a chance to get back into this game.
Yeah, and right now is the opportunity for Necrodancers. They need to look for a fight because they're still down 2 levels. And if Reborne can evade a fight, they're going to have the level 20s almost around the same time as the next shrine that's going to spawn. So Huff Money, you can see him. He's running around that Diablo. He's trying to find something, but they're just so pushed back right now. All of this blue pressure just painted everywhere on the map. The top lane is like almost at that keep. You have the camp pushing here at mid that they tried clearing up. And bottom lane, there's going to be catapults for the rest of the game, so they have to make sure they're keeping someone back there to deal with it. But they really need to find a fight pretty quickly, Ghost.
Yeah, absolutely true. And Reborn just being patient. Direct coming up here, trying to scout things out. Maybe they can get a jump onto somebody, but Maev is all the way bottom. So I think Johanna just trying to get vision, trying to make sure they know where everybody's at, trying to just, go bush by bush and make sure nobody's in any of them. This camp being baited out here. Reborn is not falling for it. They're just staying in their bushes. They're soaking passively. Decide to start the camp. Everybody else is waiting patiently to see if they try to come in, but Reborn, they're chill, man. Like, we're winning. We're all good. Let's just keep it rolling.
This is ultra patience right now. They are going to be given away as they capture that bottom camp, which might give Necrodancers an idea to make a bad rotation, but instead a very wise move and rotating back towards their keep. So they're also playing this pretty safe. But Blaze and Deckard Cain have not moved from that vent, and finally Deckard's going to move. But they were sitting there for like what felt like a full minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, there are a lot of times in pro games where in latter Hero League games you would actually get AFK timed out that are actually the proper play during pro play.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it would take one hero to walk past that bush and they get locked in with the jet propulsion, scroll ceiling, and that's pretty much GG at this point in the game. So again, pretty wise by Necrodancers to just stick together as 5, make sure they're not getting too far stuck out. Huff Money now walking forward. This is the last moment they're going to have an opportunity to find a fight, and I don't think they're going to find it because the patience is just continuing here from Reborn.
Yeah. It's the same thing that happened in the 13 talent tier, except this time, Johanna is going to go in, just try and get some damage down. Winterheart taking a ton of damage from Gul'dan. Dragon is baited out. That's going to allow Necrodancers to get a lot of these skeletons unaverted, maybe trying to find something, backing out Reborn, being a lot more patient than they were in the previous fight. There's a jet propulsion onto 2 people. They push back. D-Rec getting very low, pops the Iron Skin, and Huff Money and Azario go down. The undestructible pops from Johanna. The heal is there. She stays alive. Physical goes down. It's only Domovarian and Quantum left, and it looks like this could be the beginning of the end for Necrodancers.
Yeah, BRB, big red button. Winterheart ripping through after that Warden's Cage was dropped, and that's pretty close to being game here. Like, I don't know if there's much of a response, and okay, they're not going to push the keep. Instead, they want to go back, get this Punisher. Play it a bit safer this time.
Diablo is back already. He had souls, and it is only 30 seconds before Rainer's back, so they're going to be able to have one last defense here and try to get themselves into level 20 and maybe get a handle back onto this game.
So ultimates, though, are going to be a problem. Earthquake on another 45 seconds, as well as the Hyperion. It looks like Horrify still has about 20 seconds left to go. So they don't have their kit of heroics available on this defense. And is that going to be an issue? Because it's going to be really tough, especially if the Odin only 20 seconds away from being back up yet again. And on a core push, you saw Reborn fall to it earlier, but this time maybe going to be able to find a win with that big red button on a core.
Yeah, everybody's ults are going to be back in time, but Diablo gets jumped on and they go down immediately, but Livebinder saves him. Physicals escapes the pull from Maev. Huff Money finds a shadow charge out. Showtime taking some damage, getting thrown around, but nothing really happening. This keep going down. There's Odin popped. He's got that big old red button, and they're pushing onto this core. The keep goes down. Bunker's still available. Ward's Cage still available. There's the jump from John Cena onto Zero, and Thrall goes down.
Yeah, with Thrall dead now, this is big trouble for Necrodancers. That Odin is on the core. Look at Winterheart focusing it, but he actually finds a Diablo as well. Big red button, smashing through, finding another kill, a quad. And ladies and gentlemen, your third place team here for HGC North America Open Division Cup number 4 is gonna be Reborne.
Excellently done there by Reborne. They get themselves the revenge game here from Cup number 2. They get themselves another third place pickup here, and Reborne looking really, really good in this Open Division.
So, man, let's check out the standings and try to figure out where this slots these two teams, because they've been making it.
Yeah,
they've been making it deep in these cups almost every time.
Yeah.
Reborn gonna pick up 75 points here. They're gonna hold on to their third place spot for now.
Yeah, not only do they pick up 75 points, they're well ahead. They're almost 100 points ahead of Trademark Gaming and Team MinMax, who are the fourth and fifth place teams in the cup at the moment. So they've separated themselves from the pack. They still have not been able to take a whole lot against Wrong Orc and Freebirds. However, you never know. You've got 3 more cups, and that's a lot more training against those teams. And all you really need to do is make it into that playoff, and then it's anybody's game.
The 60 points are going to be awarded to Necrodancers, good enough to move them into 4th place behind Reborn, Freebirds, and Wrong Orc. Do we know the score of what's going on over in the other matchup? Because, I mean, that's been the big show. All these cups so far, it's been Wrong Orc and Freebirds, and they've traded them off a couple times. So both those teams really hype matchup. If you are done watching here, head on over. Make sure you check out the end of that, twitch.tv/BlizzHeroes. But Ghost, this matchup we had here it lived up to the billing.
Yeah, it was absolutely hype. Reborn really taking control, and that's what I really wanted to see out of Necrodancers is taking control quickly, because that's what Reborn is good at. Instead, they opted to go for a more scaling composition, and they just weren't able to make it to 20, which is where they wanted to be.
Right. So, as mentioned, Reborn picking up the 75 points, and
I just want to point out.
Okay.
It was really funny, the Warden's cage at the very end there in that corner.
Yeah.
Maiev pops the Warden's cage, traps the team in it, leaves, and allows the Punisher to jump into the cage. And it was a John Cena cage match there at the very end.
Someone will go back and clip it, I'm sure.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
So before we leave, we want to remind you guys, head on over to patreon.com/HeroesHype. Support HeroesHype and all they're doing. There's plenty of different tiers that you can find a level that's comfortable for you, and there's plenty of things that you can get in return from them. The lower levels, you're going to get to hop into the HeroesHype patron channel over on the Discord, and then all the way up to the top tier, you'll be getting some sweet swag bags, so make sure you check that out. Again, become a patron, patreon.com/HeroesHype. Join Ghost and myself. Be a patron, do the right thing, support North American amateur hots. Ghost.
Yeah. Hey.
What up, dude?
I don't know. Just watching some Open Division, just chilling here. I'm super hype about HeroesHype. I'm super hype about the Open Division. What you up to?
Same old. If you guys want to find me, I'm Murda. Over at twitch.tv/MurdaRG, on Twitter @MurdaRG. Running a huge event on Saturday with my organization Regen, as well as the Amateur League Nexus Gaming Series. Check it out over on my channel. Stop in. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have 32 teams showing up for a bracket. It's going to take place basically the entire day, 3 p.m. Eastern until midnight. So make sure you stop in for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. ghostDunk, my friend over here next to me, he's going to be participating in it. So if you want to see ghostDunk, start playing some heroes, root for Moto Miracle. But it's going to be a great event. I hope some of you guys stop in for it. A lot of these open teams are going to be there. So if you like the open, you're going to be able to see some of them. TNC is going to be in it. We have OSD is going to be playing. Run Boys, Baja's Boys, This Is Jimmy's going to be there. A lot of awesome support from the community for this event. So if you want to have some fun on Saturday, come check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a good time. As for myself, you can check me out at twitch.tv/ghostdunk. So make sure to follow me there. And I'm also on Twitter @IlluminatedWax. So think of the lava lamp for you there. That's what it was from, man.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But anyways, HeroesHype.com, they've also got a hype squad. We've got awesome people like Mr. Slack and Salt, Alicia Wins, Kid Kerrigan. Really cool people going to be streaming for you. I believe the next stream is going to be tomorrow. Kagiri is going to be streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific, and Zanji is going to be streaming at 5 p.m. Pacific. So you can check those two out, twitch.tv/Kagiri and twitch.tv/Zanji_TS. So, oh, and let me plug Viper. He just got partnered today on Twitch. He streams Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. So set your calendars now, twitch.tv/Viper_world.
Wow, congratulations, man. That's huge.
Yep.
You love to see it, Ghost.
Absolutely. You absolutely love to see it.
Coming up from the bottom, making it to partnership with Twitch. That's amazing. I also want to give a shout out. We had Crimson Kitty helping out today, Kagakiri on the observing.
Once again, doing a killer job.
Yeah, the support we get from these two and all the members who help out with these casts, huge shout out. So really appreciate them stepping in today for this third place match between Reborne and Necrodancers. Ghost, I had a lot of fun, man, playing the video game with you, casting the video game with you every single time. It's a blast. So a lot of fun tonight, and hope to be able to do this again in the future.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Huge shout out to HeroesHype for giving me the opportunity and Murda the opportunity to cast this. This is absolutely wonderful. I love doing this in the Open Division, and everybody, Argy and all the administrators, they run HeroesHype so well. I'm very excited to cast. Thank you to the teams. I hope you guys enjoyed our cast. I hope you guys enjoy rewatching it, because I'm narcissistic and I rewatch all of my casted games, even the ones that I lose. So,
there you go.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Anyways, I think that is going to be it for us today. Thank you so much for tuning into the fourth place game here. Once again, we've got Reborn going up 2-0 over Necrodancers to take the third place title here in Cup number 4. Make sure to check out the Patreon at patreon.com/HeroesHype. Check out all the social media below. And there's another cup next week, and I hope you guys tune in. But that's it for us this week. I've been ghostDunk, your caster, and your caster has been Murda.
Hey, I'm Murda. Make sure you check me out. I had a lot of fun. I'll see you guys next time.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. Have a good night.